Hey, what's up everybody? It's Cody with Blood Money MMA Bets, and I'm back with another prediction video. This week I'm going to be breaking down UFC Vegas 54, Alexander Rakic versus Jan Blachowicz. Before we get into that, we're going to do a quick recap of UFC 274, then we'll get right into Vegas 54. Weird UFC 274, a lot of weird fights, 5 split decisions, a couple other bad decisions that weren't even split decisions. It was just a crazy card overall. I went 3-3 on my bets for negative 0.4 units, so it could have been a lot better. It could have been a lot worse, but I'll take getting out of there with just minus 0.4 units. My 3 winning bets were Randy Brown. I had 1.2 units to win 1.4. That was another close fight. You know, could have went either way. Second winning bet was Royval Schnell under 2.5, which is one of my most confident bets. I wish I would have bet more on it. I had 1.45 units to win 1, and that was easy money. Third winning bet was Charles Oliveira, one of my max bets. I had 3 units to win 2 units, and it was crazy at first. You know, that first couple minutes were wild. Gaethje was getting him, but he came back and showed that he's a savage pit bull, and he's the champ. Can't wait to see him and Islam fight. My 3 losing bets, I had Ariane Carnelosi, 1.3 units to win 2.1. I took her as a big dog, and man, Lupita Godinez looked like a savage last night. She's improving so much. Her cardio's looking better. Striking looked great. She's going to be a problem. So that was, I took a stab there. Second losing bet was Chandler Rose Namajunas parlay, 1.75 units to win 1.85 units, and Chandler won. That was a crazy front kick, and then the Rose fight was just trash. I lost 0.4 units. If Rose would have got that nod, I would have ended up winning 3.5 units, so $350 if Rose would have got that nod. But so it was about a $390 swing for me. But the third losing bet that I had was Rodriguez and Dumont, 1.75 units to win 1.65 units. And Rodriguez, he got robbed, but Dumont got beat. That shouldn't even have been a split decision. That's when there was just so much weird, crazy judging going on last night. So then were my 3 losing bets. So like I said, I went 3-3 for minus 0.4 units. My overall betting record now is 98-67 for plus 40.7 units. So, I mean, I'm still killing it. Minus 0.4 units. We'll get it back this week. Right now, everybody, if you haven't, please stop, like this video for me, and subscribe if you haven't, and get on the winning ways, because we've been doing great. And like I said, I don't know how any other cappers really did last night, but I imagine it couldn't be good for most people because there's just a lot of upsets and stuff. But yeah, man, everybody like and subscribe. We're going to get right into Vegas 54, which is Alexander Rakic versus Jan Blachowicz. I have 3 bets in right now. I plan on having 5 or 6, so look out for my best bets video. Also, look out for me and Johnny K Picks live show. We'll be doing that on Wednesday or Thursday night on my channel this week, so look out for that. All right, let's get right into Vegas 54. First fight I'm going to go to is in the men's flyweight division. We got Tatsuro Taira versus Carlos Candelario. We've already broke this fight down before. We're going to break it down again real quick. Tatsuro Taira is 10-0. He's currently sitting at minus 250. Carlos Candelario is 8-1, currently sitting at plus 195. Tatsuro, man, very straight, very decent, patient striker with decent power. He can sit people down, then he can jump on a choke, club and sub. Throws a lot of leg and body kicks. He throws a lot more kicks than punches, but when he throws punches, they're effective too. 18-0, including the amateurs. He's got really good takedowns. He's got really good submission. He's got really good ground and pound. So I think that's going to be his big advantage in this fight. Really good wrestling. He uses double legs, so he can shoot a double or a single. It seems like he likes doubles better, but he can do body lock takedowns too. So I really like his wrestling. Just really well rounded with a great gas tank. He's finished 8 out of 10 wins. Carlos Candelario, on the other hand, he's comes from a boxing background, so I mean he doesn't have as good at wrestling. He's got pretty good BJJ. He's a brown belt in BJJ. Okay, offensive and defensive grappling and wrestling. Really fast combos with his hands. He throws us some kicks, but he likes to get off with his hands. He just doesn't really have all that much power, but he does have quick, straight punches, man. I like that, right down the middle. But his suspect wrestling defense and his suspect get-up game is what's making me believe Tatsuro is going to win this fight. I don't think he'll get the finish because Carlos is tough, but I do believe that Tatsuro is going to get the decision. And I have him in a parlay with another guy coming up. So yeah, give me Tatsuro by decision. Fight number 2 is in the men's flyweight division. We got Jake Hadley versus Alan Nascimento. Jake Hadley's 8-0, currently sitting at -210. Alan Nascimento's 18-6, currently sitting at +170. And this is going to be a real interesting fight. Like, both of these dudes are pretty skilled and just like up-and-coming prospects, man. They're putting them together pretty early. It's a pretty tough fight for Jake Hadley for his first real fight in the UFC. He's coming off the Contender Series. He's got good striking, decent striking with great 1-2s, nice 1-2s down the middle. Good wrestling, really good BJJ and scrambles, and he seems to be real physically strong for the flyweight division. Really good timing on his level changes and takedowns. Like, he'll throw a couple punches, the other guy's going to throw back, and that's when he'll level change, or when they do go to pursue him. And he's pretty powerful leg and body kicks, but it seems like he really, I've seen him get rocked in a fight or two, and it seems like he really wants to get the fight to the ground and use his grappling, which he's really good at. He's got really good forward pressure and aggression too. Alan Nascimento, though, man, this dude, he's big for the flyweight division. He's 5'9", so he's gonna have a 2-inch height advantage and a 1.5-inch reach advantage, which is huge for flyweight. Alan Nascimento, you watched him fight Tagir. This dude's really good. He's really good BJJ. He has okay offensive and defensive wrestling, but he does have really good BJJ. Really nice straight punches down the middle too. So this is going to be a good fight where both these dudes are throwing nice straight punches. A lot of good scrambles. He has really fast and powerful leg kicks. Like I said, man, just a big, long dude for this division. He uses it. He can be taken down like you've seen against Tagir, but he's got excellent sweeps, and he's throwing up a submission every 20 seconds. Great submissions from any position. His last 3 losses, he's 18-6. His last 3 losses, even with Tagir, are all 3 split decisions. So, man, this dude fights just so evenly. Well, it's weird because nobody really gets to the last 3 fights he's lost to are all really good dudes, really good fighters, and it's weird because they don't it's like when they go to the ground, he ties them up, and even if he don't get the submission, he's burning off like 35-40 seconds where they're not doing nothing. He's going for the submission, so it always comes down to being really close, but he can just get stuck on his back for a while. This is going to be a really tough fight to call because Nascimento, I think, could have an advantage in the stand-up, honestly. And then if Hadley takes him to the ground, Nascimento could have an advantage in BJJ too. But I think Hadley's definitely going to be stronger. This is a super tough fight to call. I mean, Hadley's -210, and I don't know if he should be -210. His first fight in the UFC, he hasn't really fought all the greatest competition in the world. So, and Nascimento has. He's fought some really good fighters. So, man, I'm going to take Jake Hadley by decision because I think that he's going to be on top for most of the time when they do wrestle and stuff. But I don't know, man. As the week goes, we'll see. I don't have no bet on this fight, but man, Nascimento at +170, he's definitely got a chance. Like, it's probably going to be a real close split decision. You know the way the judge has been lately. I don't know, man, but I like Hadley to win by decision. But if that line keeps moving up and Nascimento gets around 200, I might throw some money on him. He's really good. Fight number 3 is in the men's bantamweight division. We got Luis Smolka versus Davey Grant. Luis Smolka is 17-8, currently sitting at +210. Davey Grant is 11-6, currently sitting at -270. Luis Smolka, man, he's good. He's well-rounded. He's been fighting in the UFC forever. He's got pretty good striking, decent power. He'll throw a lot of combos and stuff. He's got pretty good offensive and defensive wrestling. When he does get taken down, he's got really good scrambles, get back up to his feet real easy. And like I said, really good jiu-jitsu himself. Really good top control. If he gets on top, now he's got good top control, good submissions, and really good ground and pound. He's just really good at scrambling, but he used to fight at 125. He's been fighting at 135. This fight's at 135, and he can get out muscled and outworked and out physical at 135. Like you seen Casey Kenny just throwing him around. His last fight, he got hit with a decent shot by Vince Morales, and he just doesn't seem to be able to handle the physicalness or the power at 135. Davey Grant, on the other hand, at 135, has really good striking with really good power. Good at throwing power with both hands and both legs. This dude's a great fighter. You've seen him fight. He's got a win over Marlon Vera. Then Marlon Vera beat him by decision a couple fights ago. But you've seen it was a dog fight. He just had a split decision with Adrian Yanez. This dude's really good. His record doesn't show it, but this dude is really good. Really nice, powerful leg and body kicks. Nice left hook with KO power. He KO'd Jonathan Martinez and Martin Day with just that nice left hook, man, with good power. He's so good at switching stances and throwing different combos and still keeping that power. Like I said, he can throw power with both legs and both hands. So he must be like ambidextrous and all this, and he does. He just throws with really good power, man. He's got decent wrestling and he's got good BJJ, and if he gets taken down, he's got a good get-up game. So he's a junkyard dog with great cardio and great chin. So I'm definitely taking Davey Grant. I'm going to take Davey Grant by first or second round KO. He's rounding out the only parlay I have so far, and might only have Grant Tatsuro. I have 1.65 units to win 1.7, and I like that parlay. It was pretty much a little over even money, and it seems pretty safe to me. But yeah, so give me David Grant by first or second round KO, and Tatsuro Grant parlay, and I really like that. There's not very many spots to parlay on this card, so yeah. Fight number 4 is in the men's middleweight division. We got Nick Maximov versus Andre Petroski. Nick Maximov is 8-0, currently sitting at minus 390. Andre Petroski 7-1, currently sitting at plus 315. This is going to be a wild fight. I would say standing up, I would give Andre Petroski a little bit of the advantage striking, but this fight's not going to stay standing that long. Both these dudes love to wrestle. Both these dudes love to do jiu-jitsu, and that's all it's going to be. This fight's going to be scrambles, wrestling, and going back and forth. The only thing in that I really favor Maximov is with cardio, but Petroski looked really good in his last fight. His cardio against that big Chinese dude, Dong Mall or something like that, looked really good. He actually wrestled him for 2 solid rounds before he got the finish, so his cardio looked good. I think Petroski might have better BJJ, but and striking a little bit, but the wrestling is going to be back and forth. He might even have better wrestling, to be honest, but the wrestling is going to be back and forth. The scrambling is going to be back and forth. But Maximov is going to have better cardio at the end. But basically, these dudes do the exact same thing, except Maximov probably has a little bit better cardio. I'm going to take Maximov by third round sub if Petroski gasses out. But, man, never would I spend 390 on him, minus 390. Never. All the values on Petroski at plus 315. Because, say, Petroski comes in, his cardio's fixed, and he can out-wrestle Maximov. He's got the jiu-jitsu to stay on top. So, this is going to be especially with how the judges been. Like, I was really thinking last night to change my name to Blood Money MMA Only Bets Over Unders, because that's the only way to keep the judges out of it. You know what I mean? And this fight's going to the judges, and it's going to be super grimy. And in that case, you do not want, minus 390 on Nick Maximov. So I'm going to take Nick Maximov to get the third round sub, but this line's way off. This line's out of order. I mean, Maximov should be like minus 150 at most. So I don't know. Maybe I throw a little something on Petroski just to see, but I'll check the over-unders and stuff. But that fight's going to be a weird, just scrambling match. Fight number 5 is in the women's strawweight division. We got Virna Jandiroba versus Angela Hill. Virna Jandiroba's 17-3, currently sitting at minus 165. Angela Hill's 13-11, currently sitting at plus 135. And this is going to be a stylistic matchup, man. This is Virna Jandiroba, decent striking. It's not all that great. It's okay, serviceable. She can go 3 rounds with people. Well, with like Mackenzie Dern and who else did she fought somebody else and had to stand up and she got beat. Amanda Ribas. But she's got really good wrestling and she's got world-class BJJ. Her BJJ is like, if she gets on top, she's going to choke the girl out if the girl doesn't have excellent submission defense herself, like Ribas or Mackenzie Dern. She's got good ground and pound, excellent submissions from the top and the bottom, but she really needs to get this fight to the ground to win. And that's where it's weird, because it's a stylistic matchup, because Angela Hill has really good striking. Like, she'll eat Virna Jandiroba up standing up. She's got decent offensive and defensive wrestling. It's been getting better on both sides of it, really, from the beginning of her career, and she's got okay BJJ. But the only thing that worries me is, like, it might have been like 3 years ago, so she could have got a lot better, but her fight with Randa Marcos, when she was taken down and choked out in the first round. But Angela Hill, really excellent kickboxing. All her kicks are nice. Her excellent clinch with knees and elbows. You've seen against Amanda Lemos, man. She's 13-11, but she's probably got like 5 or 6 split decision losses that could have went either way. She could easily be like 19-5. So she's a badass chick. She's been showing really improved takedown defense lately, and that helps. But she's really well rounded, but I do feel like if this fight gets to the ground, that it could be over. I'm gonna take Virna Jandiroba by first round sub as of now, but I want to see where this line goes, because Virna was just minus like 135 like a week ago. So if she keeps going up and up, and all the value goes on Angela Hill, then I might have to bet Hill, because these lines are all flipping and going, changing a lot. They didn't even release these lines till like 4 days ago or something like that. So that's why, about 4 days ago. So I think that's why they're changing so much. But as of now, you're gonna be Virna Jandiroba by first round sub. But I have no bet on it, and we'll see where that line goes. Fight number 6 is in the men's lightweight division. We got Frank Camacho versus Manuel Torres. Frank Camacho is 22-9, currently sitting at minus 115. Manuel Torres is 12-2, currently sitting at minus 145. Frank Camacho, man, he hasn't fought for a little while. He's had some bad losses lately. He lost to Justin James. Actually, he's lost like 3 fights in a row. But the dude's got decent striking, decent wrestling, decent BJJ. Like, he's well-rounded, but he's decent everywhere. He's not great anywhere. Nice leg and body kicks. He's got a pretty good clinch with knees, and he's got a really nice judo trip takedowns. Like, if you watch he's landed them on a lot of people. Nick Hine, just a lot of people. Even Drew Dober, he landed like the same one a couple times on him. He's got nice body punches, nice uppercuts, but he really likes to get in a war and try to win that war of attrition. And usually his chin holds up even if he doesn't lose. But, man, he took some bad losses. Like Jeff Neal knocked him out real bad. Justin James got him pretty bad. And I believe he had one other one. But they might only be just Benio Dariush submitted him. But he's gotten he's gotten KO'd bad twice in 2 of his last 4 fights. So, but Manuel Torres, man, he's got pretty good striking. His wrestling from the regional stuff I was looking at, his Dana White Contender Series looked nice, but his regional stuff I was looking at, man, like, his wrestling doesn't look that great at all. He gets a lot of early finishes over lesser opponents. He has losses in the last 2.5 years to people that Camacho would have never lost to. I mean, Camacho's got some losses, but they're to quality opponents. He's been fighting quality opponents at 170 and 155 in the UFC. He has 7 first-round finishes, so he seems like he could be one of them first-round or bust-type guys, man. I think that Frank Camacho comes out here, survives that first round, takes what Manuel's throwing out there. And I believe that Frank Camacho is actually going to be able to land some takedowns, some hip tosses and stuff, get some control. And I believe once this dude gasses out, Frank Camacho is going to get the 3rd-round finish. I don't have a bet yet. I'm going to see where that line goes too. I see it's coming down a little bit towards Camacho, so I might throw something on Camacho. It sucks we haven't seen Camacho fight for a while, but I really do think that he's way more well-rounded than Torres, and he has all the tools to win this fight. So I like Camacho there. Fight number 7, we got Viviane Araujo versus Andrea Lee. Araujo is 10-3, currently sitting at minus 115. Andrea Lee's 13-5, currently sitting at minus 115. Viviane Araujo is really good, man. She's a really well-rounded fighter. Good wrestling, good BJJ, really good striking, super fast, really good jab to overhand right, which she has power. She can knock girls out cold. She has really powerful uppercuts and a great right hook, like thudding, clubbing right hook, man. She's got really, really good takedown defense, which I think is going to help her here. But she can seem to slow down in the third round of really tough fights, but she usually can bank them first 2. Andrea Lee, man, good striking. She comes from a Muay Thai background. She's pretty good. She's got pretty good offensive and defensive wrestling. She's got good BJJ and submissions. You've seen her last couple fights. She's been using that over Antonio Shevchenko, and I forget, she fought somebody the last time. Got a submission too. But she got really good ground and pound. Or no, she didn't get a submission. She fought the one girl that quit on the stool, the little Mexican girl, Cynthia Calvillo. But she's good, well-rounded, really good cardio, really good toughness, and she throws tons of strikes and is always working. In this fight, though, I believe that if it wrestles, that Viviane will be able to stop the takedowns and she would be able to land her own. And the thing that I've seen and watching a lot of tape on these girls is Viviane's way faster. I think Viviane is going to be able to piece up Andrea standing up way faster. Like I said, stop all of Andrea's takedowns in the first 2 rounds and land some of her own. And even if she gasses and slows down in the second, I think that she'll bank the first 2 and be able to win this fight. She might even be able to win the third too, because Andrea's not that dangerous. She hits hard. She hits, but not hard. She throws a lot of combos and a lot of volume, but she doesn't really hit too hard. But so man, I'm gonna take Viviane Araujo by decision, but it's probably gonna go to the judges and be another grimy one. But when I was at the casino the other day, man, she was plus 105, and I don't know why I didn't bet her. I should have, and now she's already minus 115. So by the time I get back there like Tuesday night, we'll see what the line is. But I do like Araujo to take this fight, and like easier. If you watch the Araujo and Lee, both of them versus Roxanne Modafferi, you can tell Araujo is just pushing off her takedowns like nothing, you know, and throwing her around, and was so much faster where Andrea Lee couldn't do that. She wasn't even that much faster than Roxy, and she was getting taken down by Roxy. So I like Viviane there. Fight number 8 is in the men's lightweight division. We got Michael Johnson versus Alan Patrick. Michael Johnson is 19-7, currently sitting at minus 130. Alan Patrick is 15-3, currently sitting at plus 100. Excuse me, this is going to be a terrible fight. Like a terrible, like, older guy, low level, both want to quit, weird fight. Michael Johnson, he's got really good boxing, okay wrestling, terrible BJJ. He's got really, like, all he's really got is really good boxing with fast hands, man. But everybody acts like he's this big KO threat, but he hasn't had a KO in 6 years. He's 3-9 in his last 12 fights. Comes out hard in the first and completely falls apart. Got outstruck by Clay Guida last fight. Terrible gas tank, terrible fight IQ, terrible heart. Has lost 4 straight and hasn't won in 4 years, and he's the favorite. He's 3-9 in his last 12 fights. Alan Patrick, on the other hand, he's got decent striking. He really just tries to throw these explosive, crazy strikes, spinning stuff to get in close, to get the clinch, to get the takedown. He's got really good jiu-jitsu, and he's got decent wrestling. He does a lot of spinning stuff, though, and a lot of crazy stuff. He's got a decent clinch against the cage, and like I said, decent takedowns. And when he gets takedown, he has pretty good top control and really good submissions. Basically throws just wild stuff to get in close to shoot. He seems to slow down after round 1, too. So both these guys slow down, but from the fights I've been watching recently, is Patrick will at least keep going in the second or third. He went to decision with Bobby Green, and there's no way that Michael Johnson would these days, man. So I'm actually going to pick Patrick at plus 100. Another thing I liked, I seen him yesterday with Charles Oliveira. So he's on his team. He's one of his coaches. He's his jiu-jitsu coach or something like that, I believe. But you know he's going to be training hard and be ready for this fight. Michael Johnson, dude, I just do not trust him for anything. So give me Alan Patrick by second or third round sub. And I'm actually thinking about betting that, because Michael Johnson, like I said, is a quitter with no heart and no gas. And what do we always say about that? Well, we fade them guys. It's Gina Mazzani. It's all these other people that do that, man. And I'll take Alan Patrick with that plus money. So I don't see what people see in Michael Johnson when they bet him. Fight number 9 is in the men's light heavyweight division. Ryan Spann versus Ian Cutilaba. Ryan Spann is 19-7, currently sitting at plus 180. Ian Cutilaba is 16-6 and 1, currently sitting at minus 210. Ryan Spann, man, good striker, has really good power. He's got decent offensive and defensive wrestling. He's got pretty good takedown defense. He's got really good, actually he's got good BJJ. Like if you watch his fights, he's got some decent submissions. He's got a front choke over Devin Clark or guillotine. But he throws big power in both hands. He can be low output, though. He's good at finishing opponents with KO or sub. Really big and long. Nice 1-2 with power down the pipe. And he has really nice power uppercuts, but he's got a very, very suspect chin. He like a lot of his fights, if you watch, like he'll get his opponents hurt, then he'll go in for the finish, and he'll get hurt and hurt himself and finish, like against Anthony Smith, Johnny Walker. You seen him get finished against Carl Robertson on the Contender Series with elbows when he was shooting in. Just he's got kind of suspect chin, man, and he's got a super suspect gas tank, but he's still a good fighter. Like he's still a good 205er. Ian Cutilaba, man, this dude's a savage. He's super aggressive. He's got really, really, really good wrestling. He can shoot in, or he can do body lock takedowns. He's got pretty decent jiu-jitsu. He's got really good ground and pound. He's got good aggressive striking, even though last fight he showed some good patient striking against Devin Clark, sorry. Very unpredictable in his striking, though. He's very unpredictable, very explosive, man. He's got really good power. He goes nuts on people in that first round. He usually hurts them, goes in for the finish. And if he can get the finish, that's good. And if he can't, he'll kind of gas out. Well, he did that against Devin Clark his last fight, and he didn't gas out after the first round. I mean, he was pounding Devin Clark out, and he kept his composure afterwards. Went in after the first, came out, actually went 3 tough rounds with Devin. Looked really good. He looked really more controlled. He's super mean and aggressive, and he's always trying to hurt the people. Dude, he's just a monster and a complete savage. This fight's going to be crazy because Ryan Spann usually gets hurt early and gets put out or hurts the people and puts them out. And this just seems like a prime spot for Ion Cutilaba. But at minus 210, man, I don't know. I think this should be more of a pick'em because Ryan Spann could easily catch Cutilaba, survive that first round and catch him, but Spann kind of tires out too. I'm going to take Ion Cutilaba by first or second round KO, man. I just think these guys go at it, and Cutilaba hits way harder and is way more durable. So give me Cutilaba by first or second round KO, but I haven't bet that or nothing, and I don't know if I will be. I'll probably look at the over-under, though. Fight number 10 is in the women's flyweight division. We got Katlyn Chookagian fighting Amanda Ribas. Katlyn Chookagian 17-4, currently sitting at minus 160. Amanda Ribas is 11-2, currently sitting at plus 140. Katlyn Chookagian, man, I gotta say, Amanda Ribas is coming up to 125 for this too. She usually fights at strawweight, but she's coming up to flyweight for this. She's fought at flyweight before. She fought Paige Van Zandt at flyweight, but I believe that was the only one in the UFC she fought at flyweight. All right, Katlyn Chookagian is very tall, very long, and uses that in her excellent kickboxing. She's got really good offensive and defensive wrestling and really good, excellent BJJ. She's a really well-rounded woman. That's why she's 17-4, and she really only loses to the cream of the crop, Shevchenko's, and that. She lost to Andrea too. She's really good at volume point striking her opponents up, man. Moving, throwing kick, throwing punch, using that length. She's 5'9". She's gonna have 6 inches of height here and 2 inches of reach, and that's huge, man. Because them 6 inches of height are in her legs, and that's what she uses, them long legs to kick people up, piece them up. And at 5'3", Amanda Ribas is gonna be in a disadvantage, huge there. She throws a ton of punches and kicks, regardless of landing. She can use her offensive wrestling. Sometimes you've seen against like Shevchenko that she can use her offensive wrestling in her BJJ to score wins. She just doesn't really use it that much. But she does have a really good jab, and she's got really good push kick that she almost uses like a jab. Like she's just constantly throwing it out there. Pretty good wrestling in BJJ when she uses it, and she's just well-rounded, man. Like no matter if she was at 115 or 125, she's going to be in the top 2 to 3 in the world, probably right behind whoever the best champion is at that division. Amanda Ribas, though, man, she's really good. She's a really well-rounded fighter. She's got really good wrestling. She's got world-class BJJ, and she's got really good striking. In this fight, she's really going to need to get this fight to the ground, I think, because I think she can hold her own a little standing up. Like, I don't know if she'll get like KO'd or nothing like that, but I think that that height and reach is gonna be a very, very bad for her, and Katlyn's gonna be able to piece her up standing up. And I'm not sure. Ribas may be able to land the takedown, but I don't know. She's going to be a lot smaller than Chookagian, and she may be in the first round will be able to land a takedown, but Chookagian's got really, really good takedown defense. You've seen Maya. You've seen a lot of girls try to take her down and not be able to do it. I'm going to take Katlyn Chookagian here by decision. As of right now, I got her at minus 135, which is a super good line, but right now I have 2 units to win 1.5 units on her, and I really like that. I also really like, I'll look and see what the line is when it comes out on Tuesday at the casino with Katlyn Chookagian by decision, because if she wins, that's probably how it's going to go down. I don't really see her getting the finish. So I like Katlyn Chookagian, man. I like the over too. So the over, Katlyn Chookagian by decision in the over in that fight. Fight number 11, it's a small card. This is the main event. We got in the men's light heavyweight division, we got Jan Blachowicz versus Alexander Rakic. Jan Blachowicz is 28-9, currently sitting at plus 150. Alexander Rakic is 14-2, currently sitting at minus 175. Jan Blachowicz, man, great fighter, was just the champion before he lost to Glover in his last fight. He's got really good striking with power, got the Polish power. He's got good takedown defense, and he's got good wrestling himself when he wants to use it against Izzy and a couple other fighters. He's got okay BJJ. He's got terrible BJJ from his back, but on top, he's got pretty good BJJ to advance and land a really good ground and pound. He's got a really nice jab and leg kicks. That's like some of his major stuff outside of his freaking right hand that just knocks people dead. He's got power in his check left hook too, and but his right hand, man, over the top or straight, has KO power. He uses the cage really well when he has to defensively wrestle. That's how he usually don't get taken down. It's just Glover was hitting him with high crotches and just perfect timing on his takedowns, but he usually has really good takedown defense. He can be really low output at time, and like I said, if he's taken down, he's not very good off his back. You've seen against Glover, he does not have a good get-up game, but he's got an iron chin and great cardio. Alexander Rakic, man, this guy's got really good kickboxing with power. Can knock you out with his hands or his feet. Good defensive and offensive wrestling. He's got pretty good BJJ himself. You see him stay safe against Anthony Smith for 5 rounds. A couple other people he's rolled around on the ground with. He got his brown belt after he beat Thiago Santos, even though they didn't go to the ground. This dude has crazy powerful leg and head kicks. He can throw good to the body too, but his leg kicks and head kicks are ruthless, man. Really strong top control and decent ground and pound. He's got a really fast straight left counter or straight right counter punch, just like straight down the middle, backing up, boom. Uses jab really well to set up all of his strikes and kicks. Has good wrestling, and if he gets a takedown on Blachowicz, he's going to be able to grind that round out. Yeah, man, he can be just like Blachowicz, super low pace and low output. But he's got a great chin too. He's never been knocked out. He's got a great chin with great cardio too. So this is going to be a good fight, but I believe it's going to be another boring fight like it was with what Blachowicz had in a couple of his fights with like who was it, Jakar Souza and a couple other people where they were just low output, kind of boring fights. And Racic's had a couple of them too lately. He had a boring one with Anthony Smith. He had a boring one with Thiago Santos where I didn't think he looked very good in either one. Maybe the Smith, but he just held him down the whole time. I think this is going to be a very low output, very slow kickboxing match. I don't think either one of these guys are going to really be able to get the other one to the ground. I'm favoring Alexander Rakic in that, being the younger guy, being a little bit taller. I'm going to take Rakic. I'm going to take him by decision. Right now I have 2 units to win 1.3 on Rakic. I got him at minus 155, and I see he's already at minus 175, so that line's just going up and up. But, man, this is going to be a close fight. This is going to be a really close fight. And going to the judges, who knows, But if Racic's up to like minus 220 or 230, man, I don't know. I don't know if I trust him that much because he hasn't even really looked that great in his last couple wins. Like against Thiago Santos, Santos outlanded him in a 3-round fight by like 15 strikes, and somehow he got the win. But yeah, so that's it for UFC Vegas 54. Thank everybody for watching. I'll do a couple shout outs. I want to shout out Artem MMA Analysis because he's got some really good shows. Everybody should go check his out. He puts out a lot of stuff for PFL, for the Contender Series. Definitely check his stuff out. Obviously, I'll always check out Johnny K. Pick stuff. Check out Range Kappa Comparisons. He just killed it on Tapology this week. I seen he had like $1,000 parlay too on Instagram. But yeah, man, there's just a lot of people. Check out, like I said, my boys Fernbird and Effie at Any Action Sportscast, Lay from UFC Gambling Addicts, and I'll get to some more next week. But yeah, man, appreciate everybody. Please like and subscribe if you haven't right now. Hit that like button, leave me a comment, subscribe. Let's go back and forth on some picks, man, and have a good time. We're gonna win this week. Like I said, I probably have 5 or 6 bets. I got 3 bets right now. I'll probably have 5 or 6 nice, good, safe bets, man. After this week that just happened, man, it's terrible. I'm gonna have to start doing more over-unders. But yeah, man, appreciate everybody. Check me out on Instagram at Blood Money MMA Bets. That's where you're gonna see all these betting stubs and everything like that. Thank you guys. Good luck this weekend. And look out for me and Johnny on my channel on Wednesday or Thursday night on our live. Thank you guys. Bye.